Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. So, Ashish made an announcement, and I know some of you already know. I am live on Facebook and YouTube. If you want, go ahead and share the video. If you have anybody you want to share it with. Wow, we got tons of people already on Facebook and YouTube. So did you guys see what it is? I'm so excited. It's Infusible Ink. You don't need a printer. I have a video ready to show you a project I made. Here it is. First, let me show you this. This is the front of the shirt that I made this in Utah. Look, you guys, you can stretch it, you can wash it. And then I have a video coming out showing you, this is the first time I made this design. This is just an image from Cricut Access, but look how pretty it is. I made this the first time I did this. I recorded it and shared it with you. I made two videos. One is a longer video where you see the entire process, and one is just a short video showing you just a few little steps, just really fast. Okay, I'm gonna do a demo live. There's just so much to show you. And if you have questions, please put them in all caps. There are links below in the description. There are prices. I have all the prices. I can tell you the prices. You guys, this stuff is awesome. Let me go here. Oh, this is the new Cricut Easy Press Heat Transfer Guide. So today I thought we would use the markers on the ceramic coaster. But let's go to the overhead. Okay, so these work on Cricut t-shirts, baby suits, Cricut tote bags, another Cricut shirt, a small shirt, you guys, some Cricut coasters. These are like cork coasters. These are ceramic coasters. These are amazing, and I will show you in a minute the ones I made in Utah. Here are the pens. They have fine point and marker size. I guess they're upside down. They have more pens than these. I have one set of this in each size. So I have two of each color because I had the different sizes. And oh my gosh, you guys, there's the pens you can just color with or have the Cricut write. There's so much to tell you. So I'm going to try to go to questions. I'm going to do it live. My launch page is not, I'm not getting the chat. I'm getting a lot of chat, but it's not coming through on Facebook. Hold on. I'm also going to do a giveaway of finished product. There'll be more giveaways later. There's going to be lots of giveaways, as I do giveaways every month. Okay. To enter the giveaway for today, you have to be in the live video. You have to be on YouTube and in the chat. Okay. So, you guys, this stuff is awesome. I also want to tell you, there's also this. You need it's heat resistant tape. We're going to need this for the coasters. And I have not opened this stuff yet. I did open this one. This one's called Shaylee. This is the one I did on my shirt. And it is like so awesome. No, right now, Cricut only has the shirts and things in white. And I asked them about that, and they said they will be introducing more colors, but the colors will turn out differently on darker colors. They will turn out differently on, because it's ink, but it's not wet ink. It's kind of hard to explain. But look, did you guys see that video where they washed the shirt 27 times? Yeah, it's a game changer. I way overused game changer in my recorded video. I had to delete it a little bit because I said it so much. It works best with their products. You guys, they have been working on this for 18 months. They have tested many, many, many different materials, many different products, and they found one that it works amazing with. So that is why they had to bring out their own shirts, their own totes, their own coasters, because they want to make it easy for you and they want you to have it available. Okay, so many questions. You can see the price right now if you click the links in the description that take you to the product, the Cricut. Actually, it's the Cricut one that I think it has prices. Well, let me show you. There's two different kinds. Now, this is not all of them. There's, I think, 27 different boxes of these. And as you can see, they have more than one in each box. There's 27 different boxes to choose from. This one has 4. So when you see 4 colors like this, it has 4 colors. I'll open this one up. It comes with butcher paper, okay? You may need to buy other butcher paper because when you use the pens, it leaks on it. And if you see ink on the butcher paper from the pens, you do not want to use that again. I don't know if they're working on glitter. It will be on the Cricut website October 1st. So from now until October 1st, it's exclusive to Michael's. So this is the material that I used on this shirt. I'm like giving away my video, but I was like, OMG, this is what came from this. Isn't that awesome? I don't know if I have, oh, here it is. So this is what I cut out of this sheet. And I have this all in video, 2 videos. You have to mirror it. And there's certain directions you have to use the butcher paper. And I will show you all that too. But they have different designs for men too. Or like more masculine designs. Look, looks like a tire and diamond plate. And then this is like a black texture. And, oh, let me show you this. So this is red. This one is black. So don't be afraid when you open your box and it doesn't look like this, because it will look like this when it's done. No, the shirts are not 100% cotton. But they have even tested shirts that are made of the same material this is, and they don't work quite as well. Okay, let me show you the coaster. So what I'm going to give away today are the coasters that I made in Utah. See, this is a ceramic coaster. These are the coasters Cricut makes. Isn't that awesome? And then this is the cork coaster. Now don't look at this. They gave us the pens to color. We had this design on the paper and then we colored it. And I was just trying to use the different markers to see what it looks like. This, I really don't like it that well. The image I colored is not that great. I was just trying it out and testing it. But I will give these away later on in the video. We'll have Nightbot pick a winner. How big are the sheets? These sheets are 12 by 12. Some of them only come with 2 sheets. The ones with 2 sheets are $12.99, and I think the ones with 4 are $17.99. Those are retail price. So it's cheaper if you want more to buy the ones with 4. So this has this red and black in it. This one only has these 2 in it. That has 4 in it. Yes, I will show you how to do it with the markers. Do we want to use the markers today on a coaster? Let me see. I think I want to do a pink one, but I want to do the fine tip marker. Here's the back, if you can read that. I don't think you can read it. So I'm going to open this up. If you only have one set of markers and you want to make sure that you have all the directions, I suggest take a picture of the directions. Although there are directions and everything on Cricut.com too. Some of this will work with the Easy Press, like on the shirts. It will work with the Easy Press one. Jamie, can you take care of those trolls? This will work on the Easy Press 1 with certain temperatures and that. There will be directions how to use it with the Easy Press 1. Okay, so let's open this up. Callie, are you in the chat? Michaels will start selling it on their website next Sunday. I think that's next Sunday. It's June 16th. Is that next Sunday? Or maybe, it's the Sunday after that. 2 weeks. So they will start doing it then. You guys, I played with these Cricut headquarters, but I have not done it since. I've not opened these. Get the fine tip. Okay, I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Okay, I'm going to move this stuff because we're going to use the pens, not pins. And I also want to teach you something. Look at my Easy Press mat. Do you know how that happened? Can you guys see that? Be bold on there. Where did I do my t-shirt? So, I didn't want to use all my materials. I wanted to save materials because I did this for the first time and I was really nervous at first. I really had nothing to be nervous about because it was awesome. But so I wanted to do this on the back of the shirt to try this for the first time. Well, what I did is I didn't put a piece of paper down and protect my Easy Press mat, and this hadn't been washed yet. So this transfer came down on here, and it would not have if I would have had paper there. But even though this leaked onto that, because I had to heat it up, look at that. And you guys can wash these, dry them in the dryer, and they last forever. They still are like that. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, to use the pens, I'm going to show you the paper. You use copy paper, but you want to use laser copy paper. I didn't know there was a difference until this stuff came out. So this is laser copy paper. I could, actually, we can use that shirt and just play, but, So we're gonna have the Cricut draw on this. I could give these markers to anybody, or if I could draw in here, and you don't even need your Cricut. You can just draw on this paper. Isn't that awesome? How many times can you use the design? Each time you use it, it will be faded less. I don't know exactly. I only did it once. There will be, you can try it, but I probably wouldn't do it over 2 times. And it will be less bright. It won't be as bright if you do it again. Jessica's asking, is it dishwasher safe if you put it on a dish? I don't know that it'll work on a dish. It works on these coasters. And for those of you deleting the messages, you have to ban them from the channel. Okay. So this is the paper, and we are going to use, oh, I didn't tell you what image. I picked out a butterfly from Design Space. So I'm just going to put this on here. And let's go to Design Space. So I thought we'd do this butterfly. This is just a drawn image in Cricut Access. And we could have this draw this, and then we could even color in these spots if we wanted to. It's best if it's made for the laser paper. The laser paper, not just copy paper. It's laser copy paper. Okay, so we're going to click Make It. And the way I found this in the images is I just typed in Draw. The butterfly is in Design Space. And okay, you guys, because it's a butterfly, I don't need to mirror. But I mirror, it's the same. If you do words, you must mirror. Please don't forget to mirror, because you don't want to, like, this is just paper. It's really no big deal. But we don't want to ruin a design because you forgot to mirror. And then I'm going to hit continue. Barb says, how does this work with the inkjet? You do not use a printer. You do not use a printer with any of this at all. There's no printer involved. Oh, you're talking about the paper? This says inkjet and laser. So it is for laser. It works on the laser. It also works as copy paper on any printer. But you want to make sure it also says laser. Okay, so now we got to select materials. I'm going to see if it has the infusible. In my video, I totally spelled infusible wrong. Okay, so Infusible Ink transfer sheets. We're going to click done. No, that's the wrong answer, guys. That is the wrong. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I have to click up here. I am not cutting Infusible Ink transfer sheets. This is what you do when you're using the rolls. I am only cutting copy paper. So let's browse all material. And I'm going to type in copy. Copy paper 20 pound. Select it. Click done. So now it's just copy paper. It says load the pink pen because I have it set to pink. And let's go to overhead, and I'll move my camera up here. So I'm gonna load that. We gotta put the pin in. Did I lose it already? There it is. So if you've never used the pins, you just open that up. I put my thumb down at the bottom and lift up and then push down on top of the pin. And you hear that click and close that up. And we're gonna hit go. You guys, I have never done this. This is the very first time I am doing this. I didn't even check to see if the pin worked. It's working. And you guys, I'm so excited because you can draw or put kids' art on a shirt. And what a great Father's Day or Mother's Day gift that would be on a t-shirt with the child's picture on it, with their art. You no longer have to put it on the refrigerator. You can wear it and wash it. Thank you, Sue. No, it does not matter the side of the paper you use. Okay, now since I have not done this, I need to make sure I am telling you guys all the proper instructions. I had to go to the kitchen to get some things I need for this project. And I'll show you that because this is really, really, really important. No, not any polyester shirt will do. This is not 100% polyester. Peggy asks, how do you put a picture on it? You can draw a picture with the pens or markers on the paper. Yes, it works on all the machines. I don't know how long the pens last. I have not used them except for the one time coloring what they gave me. Yes, what I'm doing now, you have to use the Infusible pens. They will not work with other Cricut pens. The pens are sold by Cricut. Here's, if you came in late, I can't see. Here's the pens. They have two different sizes. See that point, the 0.4? That is the fine tip. They also have 1 point. This is more like a marker, a thicker tip. The fabric is 95% polyester, 5% spandex. But it's gonna work the brightest on these. I don't know. They researched and researched and researched. Look at that butterfly. There's so much detail. I don't know if the pens can be refilled. They didn't say they could be, so I don't think so. The cost of the pens I think they're $12.99. Let me get my list. I don't know if they're true to size to what. Okay. The 4-pack of transfer sheets is $17.99. The 2-pack is $12.99. The pens are $14.99. Heat transfer tape is $6.99. The large tote is $11.99. Medium tote is $9.99. Baby body suits are $6.99. Youth shirts are $7.99. Adult shirts are $9.99. And the coasters for 4-pack is $12.99. Okay, so it's done. Let's unload. Move the paper out of the way. Do you guys want me to color this? I should have moved this over. Should have made the paper bigger, like so I had more room around it. Do you guys want me to color in the butterfly a little bit? Now remember, I have another video after this one is done. I'm going to release a couple more videos. Now, if you're going to color this, you want to use 2 sheets of paper, put something under this, because these markers might go through. This is thin paper. You can see a little bit of it. Yes, color. Okay. I'll open up these. These are the markers. This is the basic pack. And this is the neons, and they have more than this out, and they have more coming. They have more coming of everything. There's so much more. Before you begin, carefully follow instructions at infusible.ink.com. Sorry, you can't see that. But there's links below on how to and everything, so it's all there. I'm going to use this one. See, this is more of a marker. I'm going to use this on the body part. Color that a little too. Can you guys hear my dog snoring? Sheila told me she never hears the dog snoring when I say the dog is snoring. Let me get my other ones. So these are the 1 point. So they look the same, but let me show you the difference. So if you have both, no, I'm gonna use the orange one. So this was the fine tip, Oh wait, this is the medium. Oh, the fine one's in the, it's in there already. This fine? Yeah. I'm gonna show you the end of the, so this has an F on the end, and this has a medium on the end. So this is the fine tip and this is the medium tip. So when you have your markers, I'm using the medium to color it in. Now you don't have to color. You don't even have to use these markers. You can use all those other sheets. I just think this option is so amazing. And sorry, I can't read your questions while I'm coloring. I'm not that good. But I'm going to color this in here real fast. And maybe just here. See how it goes through the paper? It's just really thin paper. It's not like watercolor paper. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do there. I'm going to cut this out. Oh, I need to turn on my Easy Press. Okay, now here's some tips, guys. Your Easy Press must be big enough to cover the entire image. One thing you don't want to do is do half your image. Like if you only have the small baby Easy Press, you do not want to cover half the image and then move it and color another image. It won't be even color. Also, you don't want to put this on and move it in any way. You don't want to like move it around at all. You will ruin your project. You don't need to do that. Okay, I'm going to put this mat under here. We are going to read the directions. I know that this has to be placed like this and it has to be upside down. I've already seen a video on the Michaels website where they don't do that, but it's kind of important to turn it upside down. And you want to make sure you do not touch this after it's done until it's completely cooled, because this gets to 400 degrees. If you cook and put ceramic in the oven, you don't put your hand in there and pull it out. So if you think of it that way, do not touch this afterwards. That's what I got these little things. These are for your oven to pull things out. I also brought over some tongs that maybe I can grab it with, but I'm not even going to touch it at first. Okay, first what we need to do is go to our guide, the heat guide, and you choose here. I've already done this. Infusible ink is on here and it's at the bottom. I'm using the pen, so I don't want to confuse that with the ink transfer sheet. And then I chose ceramic coaster. So they have the bodysuit, the tote bag, square coaster, ceramic coaster, t-shirt, and all these other things. I can't click on them. So we choose the Easy Press 2 or the Easy Press 1. So if you only have the Easy Press 1, you can choose that. Let me see if it's even available. The ceramic is. We're gonna see what this says. So if you have the Easy Press 1, just know that the Easy Press 1 will not be as bright of color because it doesn't get hot enough in the same way, but it's still usable. So if you have the Easy Press 1, it has settings for that, but I have the Easy Press 2, so I'm gonna go ahead and click that. So the Easy Press 2, oh, and I gotta choose my material again, sorry. And ceramic coaster, and click apply. So now it tells me 400 degrees for 240 seconds and no pressure. We don't push on it at all. We just let the Easy Press sit on it. Okay. And then it also has the supplies. You need butcher paper. You need the heat resistant tape. Let me find that. There it is. Okay. So let's go over here again. Kathy's asking, where can I get the Easy Press guide? The Easy Press guide, there's a link to it in the description of the video. So if you go to the description, click that little arrow to show more. You can click that and it will bring the guide up for you. And okay, you guys, I have an 80-page PDF of directions and I just want to make sure everything I'm doing is correctly. Okay, so here's where we need to start. First, we have to actually have the coasters. Do I have them on my desk? Oh, found them. Okay, here's the Cricut coasters. It says fragile, do not break. It doesn't say do not break, it just says fragile. You don't want to throw them across the room on a hard floor. Oh, probably also fragile. You don't want to cut them either. It does have a burn warning on here. For adults only. Don't let your kids touch it. You'll be taking them to the hospital possibly. Think of that if they... Oh, these are taped in. See, now you guys know. This is why I try to show you everything. Okay. So here's what it looks like now. First thing we have to do is wipe away any debris with a lint-free cloth. Also, we don't need it for this project, but you do need a lint roller for any fabric, any of the shirts or totes. You must use a lint roller even though you just opened the package. You do not need to pre-wash anything with fabric, but you do have to use the lint roller. Excuse me. Okay, so we're gonna clean this. This is a microfiber cloth. There's tape on here from the packaging. So I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna wipe it. So make sure if you see any tape on there, make sure you get that off. Oh, I didn't set my Easy Press. It was 400, so we're gonna set temperature and go up to 400. You guys can't see that. And was it 240 seconds? Yes. The time, it's a lot of seconds. So while it's doing its thing, I will try to be answering questions. It's a lot of button clicking. Boy, this is heating up fast. It'll be heated up by the time I get the seconds ready, because it was already at 300. Can you just hold it down? Oh! Guys, hold it down and it jumps up 5 seconds at a time. I was clicking it for every second. See, look, I went too far. That's a tip I didn't know. Okay, it's really hot. Okay. Got tape on my finger. Okay, to protect everything, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to use the butcher paper. Every box comes with the butcher paper, but you may need to get more. And also, I've seen this question, is butcher paper the same as freezer paper or parchment paper? Butcher paper is different. The reason we are using butcher paper is to take moisture out. Well, I don't know about this, but it's to take moisture out of the fabrics. It has to be butcher paper. Okay, so we're gonna put butcher paper on the Easy Press mat. And you know what? I'm just gonna wrap it around this little Easy Press mat. It's gonna protect the mat from any ink or anything. Okay, then we're gonna place the design face down on the coaster. So here's my design. Could have made it a little bigger. I wasn't sure how big. These coasters are 3.5 inches, so you know, but they're 3.5 here and here. So I went to make the butterfly and I thought, well, just under 3.5 inches would work. But then I was like, no, that might not work because this would be 3.5 way up here and it would stick off the edge. So make sure your entire design is there. And I didn't color it, like this one's darker than this side, so it will probably come out that way, just so you know. Okay, we're gonna put that there. We are going to use heat resistant tape. Look, they give us a little hole. Pretty tape. And with my nails, I can't get it started. So I'm gonna go to the True Control knife. There we go. Oh, I need scissors to cut the tape, I think. Oh, this tape also fits in a regular tape dispenser. Like a Scotch tape dispenser, this tape will fit in that. I have a high heel tape dispenser. Okay, so I'm gonna tape this down. We're gonna see what happens. Remember, I only did this once with people standing over me at Cricut headquarters telling me exactly how to do it. This is my first time doing this. Make sure it's on there smooth. So if you like to watch fail videos, things like this. This might be one of those. We'll see. But hopefully, if I make any mistakes, you guys will learn from them. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to take this side too. Butcher paper is not the same as freezer paper. Freezer paper will not do the same thing. I ordered a roll of butcher paper on Amazon and I'm going to test it to see if it's right because it should be 20-pound butcher paper and it should be white butcher paper. It has to be white. You also need to use cardstock with the t-shirts in that, and it must be white cardstock even if you see other people not using white. Okay. I am going to go over my notes real quick because I have not done this yet and I want to make sure I don't miss any steps. So I wiped it down. Place my coaster face down. So we're going to do it upside down. Place coaster on the butcher paper with the mat. So the mat is facing up, butcher paper there, and then the coaster face down. Cover coaster with cardstock. You want to use white cardstock. I happen to have some white cardstock. Not the copy paper, I'm using cardstock, 80-pound cardstock, and we want to use white. Oh. Hold on, let me. It says 60 seconds, but that's not right. Okay, when the beep sounds after the easy press is on here, you do not want to touch it. You don't want to touch the paper. You don't want to touch anything. It will be very hot and we're just going to let it cool. And then I'm going to answer some questions and do a giveaway. It's not giveaway of new product. It's giveaway of the products I made at Cricut headquarters. Parchment paper is not what you use. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, are we ready? Okay, now this paper is so big. I gotta make sure where this is and make sure I actually cover it. You also wanna make sure, like if you are doing a lot of coasters at once, you wanna make sure instead of just doing one at a time because it sits on for 240 seconds, you can line up a bunch of them and use the big easy press too. Okay. So we're going to put this on here. And when you're doing these, so I'm just setting it there, letting it go. Oh, start the timer. You want to make sure your butcher paper is always bigger than your easy press plate. You want to make sure your image is smaller than the easy press plate, unless maybe you're doing different designs and they won't look like they're different on the paper. I'm going to try to get your images or your questions. Let me set up my giveaway. Okay, to be entered into the giveaway to win these, I will ship them to you. This and this. You have to talk on YouTube live chat. You have to be in the chat. I don't know that you can use the oven. Yes, you can reuse your cardstock. Totally. This is the same piece of cardstock I did for the t-shirt. You don't want to reuse the cardstock if it has any color on it. but that's what I used for this t-shirt. Now the butterfly one I'm going to keep for now. But every time I do a video for this, when I do a live video, I think I'll do a giveaway of one of the projects that I do. Okay, you guys are awesome. We have 1 minute and 16 seconds left. I don't know. They say it doesn't turn out as well unless you buy the Cricut blanks. I haven't tried it anywhere else except for the Cricut blanks. Sheila and Michael were here last week, you know, so I couldn't play with this stuff until after they left because I couldn't show them my secrets. I showed them one secret. Did you guys, my supporters, know my secret? But this is part of my secret. And I will be live tomorrow talking more about how to get my pin. Okay. Let's roll it. And it's not working. Thank you, Angela Kearns. Welcome to the channel. Okay, today the winner is, oh, it's done. I just lifted that off. Jessica Salas. Woohoo, Jessica! So Jessica, message me or email me at melodielanedesigns@gmail.com. And I will ship you those coasters. How long do we have to let the coaster cool? That's a great question. I think it's like 5 minutes. It's a long time. There's the coaster. I'm not touching it. I'm like an inch from it and I can feel the heat coming off of it. So we're just gonna let it cool. Oh, you know what? I was reading the directions for the other coaster. Oh, wait, here it is. But I think it's the same. We'll see. Oh, no, that's not the markers. But no, I wasn't, because I know it says upside down. And the other one is not. So you have to have the directions for the ceramic coaster and the other one. Oh, there it is. Let me make sure. Okay, what I did wrong was cover your coaster with butcher paper, not the cardstock. But it's probably going to be fine. So the steps on the coaster are cover your Cricut Easy Mat with cardstock to, well, wait a minute. Yeah, we removed the debris. We did that. Cover the Easy Press mat with cardstock to protect the mat, which I used butcher paper instead because I was reading the wrong directions. Place design face down on coaster. I did. Flip coaster to bottom facing up. We did that. Cover coaster with butcher paper. That's what I didn't do. I covered it with cardstock. Okay, we're letting it cool. Do we have any questions? Thank you, Christy. Yeah, the product is only available at Michael's. It'll be online at Michael's on the 16th. And in October, it will be available at Cricut.com. Yeah, it will not be available at Cricut yet. It's still really hot. I am not touching it. Don't touch it. My hand is like an inch above it. And I have a feeling it might have went through this butcher paper onto my mat because I didn't put the paper down on the mat first. And to wash these, you wash with warm water and glass cleaner. Do not use a steel wool, colored cleansing agents, or scrubbing pads, which kind of makes sense, right? The original Easy Press will work, but the items will not be as bright. Yes, Jennifer, you can layer it. It will not fade the more you use it. It will fade the more you use the design. Like, this is what I put on the shirt. If I use this again, although it doesn't look any different than it did before I put it on the shirt, if I use this again, it probably will not be quite as bright as the shirt. Here's the brightness of this came from this. Isn't that amazing? I have a video showing you that. Well, it'll still be at Michael's after October, but it's only exclusive to Michael's until October. So it will be in other places. Precious Dixon, I'm not sure if I don't know if you can use an iron. They've tested it with everything, and their testing shows they tested this for 18 months. They have a washer and dryer at Cricut headquarters just for these types of things. They just keep washing and washing and drying so they can test it and make sure their quality of their products are the best. Okay. Let me... It's still hot. I gotta let it cool. It's still hot. But you can see it went through on the butcher paper a little bit. It did not go through onto my mat. My mat's fine. This is not done. Wait until I peel that off. This is not the final look of it. And when we were there before, we did not put tape right on here. We kind of folded it around the coaster and put tape on. So I'm not sure how this is going to work with that, but I didn't draw that on and move it. So I had a good placement of it. I am so afraid to touch it. So now this butcher paper has this writing on it, and I will not be able to use that area again. I could maybe cut off a smaller area if I need a smaller one. I'm just going to cut this off. And I should probably not be doing this, because if I slide this around, it can have a ghosting effect. That's why when you're using, I'm going to turn this off for now. When you're using the Easy Press, do not move it around. You don't want to like you're ironing. Do not do that. That will give a ghosting effect and it won't work. You need to just press it and leave it. Yes, the paper that the Cricut drew on and that I colored is the laser paper. You guys, I'm so impatient. Don't do this. I want to take it off. Let it cool. I'm telling myself. Callie is pointing the finger at me like I'm a little girl that was naughty. So just leave it. You can use it with the Cricut coasters. Sheila's yelling, Mel, take it off, take it off. It works best with the Easy Press too. Since they've been working on this for 18 months, I think that's why they made the Easy Press 2. They needed a machine that works better with this. Debbie says you draw directly on the special paper and transfer it. This isn't even special paper. We are using the Cricut pins. There's Cricut pins. The Cricut drew it. I colored a little bit with these. You don't have to have a Cricut with these because you can just draw or write or whatever you want on copy paper. It's copy paper that's made for laser printers. I don't think it's expensive. It's just laser copy paper. It's just 20 pounds. It's not thick paper. It's just thin paper you have in a printer. And then you iron that on to Cricut blanks. You can make a baby bodysuit. You can make t-shirts. The difference between the Easy Press 1 and the Easy Press 2 is the Easy Press 2 gets much hotter. It goes up to 400 degrees. On the shirt, I only used 380 degrees. The price of the shirts start, I think, $7.99 and $9.99. And they're really soft. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is one of the patterns too, the Be Bold. Hold on. That's one of the patterns. It's the, I forget what that's called now. But the shirts are so soft. They're much softer than what a lot of people go buy the cheap shirts to do iron on and stuff. These are actually soft and feel good to the skin. They're really, really nice shirts. So I was kind of shocked at the price of the shirts because this feeling of the shirt I would think would be more expensive. It doesn't work with any printer. You do not use any printer. There's no printing involved. It's best with the laser printer copy paper. I have not used the regular printer copy paper. I purchased laser printer copy paper. No, there's not any new heat press. They just came out with the heat press last year, the Easy Press 2. There's no need for another. Yeah, a lot of Christmas gifts would be awesome. Especially give the markers to your kids and let them draw on paper, and you can press it to a shirt or a tote bag or coasters. Wouldn't that be awesome? No, the shirts are not available yet. It all gets released on the same day at the same time at Michael's June 19th? Oh, 16th. Sunday, June 16th. Yeah, these are nice and soft. If you're using the Easy Press 1, there are settings that best work for the Easy Press 1. Let me click over to show you. So there's Easy Press, Cricut Easy Press Heat Transfer Guide. So you click on whatever Easy Press you have and it will tell you what to do. Putting it on longer does not make a difference. You have to do what they say. They tell you exactly how to use the Easy Press 1. But they did say it's not as bright and pretty with the Easy Press 1. Oh, you guys are waiting for it to be taken off. Okay. Is it ready yet? Okay, I think I can take it off. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? I use the neon pens. Okay, yeah, it's... Oh, awesome. It's still a little warm, but not too warm. Look, I can rub it right away. It doesn't come off. I don't feel it. There's nothing to feel. Isn't that so cool? So it drew this and put this on it. Isn't that awesome? Now, if I wanted, I could make a curve text and writing, choose writing style, have it write something right above this and put that on top of it or, you know, up here. Isn't that cool? It's so vibrant. I get so excited. You guys, my excitement is real. Like, I seen this in Utah, but when I did it myself, and you'll see that in my video, I'm really excited, like, oh my gosh. And isn't that so pretty? So pretty. Oh, you know what? I just got an idea. Do you want to test it? I kind of ripped this. Should we test this on the shirt? Like put it on the sleeve of the shirt or something and see what it looks like? I was thinking to put it on another one, but I don't want it on another coaster. Should we experiment? Okay. Let me try it. I've never tried this, never seen it happen. Let me, okay, Infusible ink pens. Okay. Let me look at the directions real fast. Okay, we have to put, so we're gonna use this shirt. This will be my experiment shirt. This is so exciting. So let's move this stuff. I'm going to, I want to just kind of put it right here. Okay, turn you back on. We're going to have to change the settings. This is fun. This was totally unplanned. I'm like, let's try it. Now, there's a seam under here, and we got to make sure that we do not press on that seam, because when you press on the seam, it does not get a full press on the shirt. So just know that, okay? You do not want to do that. And I don't want to use that area, this area, because we don't want to get that on the shirt, although I really wouldn't care, but you want to make sure you don't do that. So I want to cut this off. Make sure I don't do that. Okay. So let me, hold on. Place apparel blank on top of Easy Press mat. Position sheet of white cardstock inside the apparel so it doesn't go through to the end. So we're putting this right on the mat. We're gonna actually follow directions. Oh, and I have smaller scraps of paper because this is just going to be smaller. We're going to put this inside the shirt so it doesn't go through to the front of the shirt, and we don't want that seam there. See, there's a seam there. I want it over here. Okay. Now remember, this was already used on this, so it will not be as bright as this, I don't think. We're just going to test it. We're going to find out. Oh, we need to use our lint roller. So make sure we use our lint roller where we are using it, because if there's any lint on here at all, the lint will wash off, and so wherever the image was on that lint will be a spot. So you want to make sure you use an adhesive lint roller, and they said a fresh piece, I remember, and this is not a fresh piece. I want to make sure we get a fresh piece, so I'm going to rip this up. Make sure I get all that. Okay. Okay. Butcher paper must be larger than the Cricut Easy Press plate. Now we need to preheat the shirt. We're not really preheating because we have to let it cool. So I think this butcher paper, you know what? I'll just make sure and get a new sheet. You got to make sure the butcher paper is bigger than the Easy Press plate. We are getting all the moisture out of this shirt. Let me go to the Easy Press guide. Take you guys with me. Okay, we're going to use the Easy Press 2. And we are going to use the Infusible pens. And the base material is a t-shirt. Click apply. Okay, 385. So we got to change our temperature. Okay. And for 40 seconds, now remember, I always say we learn together. We're going to set the time and we're going to hold this down and it's going to jump down 5 degrees at a time. I'm sorry you can't see that because there's a glare, but it's going down in temperature. Just holding it down. We're going to go down to 40 degrees or 40 seconds. I'm sorry. There we go. This temperature needs to go down just a little. Okay. Yes, Phyllis, I also put a piece of paper inside the design. Phyllis says on the Cricut video, they put a piece of paper inside the shirt under the design. I just did that also. That's to protect it from going through the shirt to the other side of the shirt. Okay, so now we're going to preheat this for 15 seconds to make sure we have all of the moisture out. So I'm going to start the timer, but I'm not going to go for the 40 seconds. I'm going to stop it at 25. It only really works on the Cricut blanks. It works best. It possibly could work on other things, but it works best on here. So now we're going to wait for this to cool. We want this to completely cool. So we're going to take this off and let that completely cool. Okay, and then it also says we need to tape down the image on here. It's not completely cooled. Here's the sheets. There are no sheets that have, this has a pattern on it, but there are no sheets that have image on it. I got this by cutting it out on the Cricut. Susan, I don't understand your question. Will this press work on other transfers? Yes, you can. Maritza on Facebook, she asked, can you use this on the Explorer 1? Yes, you can use this on any machine that has design space. Cheryl's asking, how did you do your designs? I had the Cricut draw this. I did that in the video. You can see that. This design is a Cricut image. I just cut it out and just cut it out of this material. I have a video showing me doing this. That video will be released as soon as we're done in this video. And we're almost done. Okay, this feels cool. So after this, we're going to stop and I will release my next video. Okay, it says to tape the corners down. You know what? I'm going to pull I guess I'm not. Oh, that's where I cut it. I cut it because I'm going to put this at an angle. Because I couldn't get it with my fingernail. There we go. I need to put this in a tape dispenser. It fits a regular tape dispenser. So I'm just going to cut a big piece and then cut it. Now remember, this piece has been used once. It is ripped, so I'm going to tape it. It should, I don't think it'll be as bright as the first one, but we're going to test it. We will see. Make sure it's in there good. Hopefully it is. Okay. So I taped that on. I'm going to place the butcher paper on top of this design. So we're going to put butcher paper on there. I don't know what I don't know what it's going to do to this design. I'm just going to put some extra butcher paper over here on that design. I need to move things over. Okay, so we're going to put this on. We are not going to move it around. We're going to put that, and it just says light pressure. Now remember, it probably will not be as bright as this. This is our second time using the same image. So it might not work at all, guys. I imagine it will work some, but we're just gonna test it and see. I'm not sure. This is just let's see what happens. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, Jamie, for everything. Oh, Lynn, you always have great ideas. I'm gonna lift it up. She says you could recolor it with the markers. So I could have taken that and recolored on it. I could have colored in the spots again. I totally could have done that. Yes. Okay. Are we ready for this? Got ink on that one again. Okay. I feel like we gotta wait till it cools some. It's too hot. We want to let it cool a little. Yes, you have to use butcher paper. You do not want to use wax paper. You do not want to use freezer paper. It is different, even though it might feel the same or you might use it for the same reasons. Yeah, Lori on Facebook also said, couldn't you add more ink? Totally could have added more ink, but we're just testing it to see what happens. Yes, and you have to mirror it. You mirror your designs. The butterfly doesn't matter. It's the same either way. But if you're doing words, please mirror. I remind you 3 times in my video that I edited to mirror it. Butcher paper is not parchment paper. They have tested this with heat presses and it's not the same results. They have tested it with many different things and it's not the same results. You get the best results. It says to cool. Let me let it cool. Follow directions. I'm not good with directions, guys. Thank you for subscribing. No, Teflon sheets will not work at all. Teflon, the reason we're using butcher paper is to absorb the moisture. Teflon sheets will repel the moisture. Do not use Teflon sheets. You have to use butcher paper. Butcher paper comes in all of these packages. These boxes, like this one has 4 rolls of the transfer. Like this roll turns out like this one. And it has 4 sheets of butcher paper in there. I think you can buy butcher paper almost anywhere. I just ordered some off Amazon. I should have it tomorrow and I will be testing it to make sure it's the right kind and then I will share the link. Okay, it's cooling. Yeah, I probably could reuse this. Maybe in another video, I will reuse this on the same shirt so we can see the difference. I don't want to do that today. I want to release the other video for you guys. This has been a long video. Okay. Pretty. See, it works, but it's not quite as bright because it was the second time transferring it. And it's a different material than this, but I feel this would have been this bright on the shirt if we only used it once. So there it is on the shirt, and it won't fade even when you wash it. Right now they only have white shirts, and they will be coming out with different colors, but I don't know when. That's not been released yet. Because when you use things on different colors, it's going to turn out a different color. Kind of like if you were to put dark blue paper in your printer, it's going to look different. All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to release my next video so you can watch that. My first time using this on my own. It was fun. And then there'll be another just short video with the same project coming out later. So in the comments, tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you want to show you next. I got different, do you want to show layering? Probably want to show you layering it. And can do different images, do different pins, do different sheets, do the other coasters. All right, guys, I love you. I will see you in the next video. I will see you tomorrow with another announcement. It's not a Cricut announcement. My supporters already know what it is. So if you are a supporter on Facebook, YouTube, or Patreon, and you don't know what it is, I shared a private video with you guys, and we did it live the other night. It was a lot of fun. So I will see you guys then.